Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are discuss about the next topic of the political science subject, Unit One. The name of the topic is today is types of the liberties. Okay, types of the liberties. The first type of the liberties known as the natural liberties. The meaning of the natural liberties is it implies complete freedom for a man to do what he wills. In the other words, it means absence of all restraints and freedom from interference. It may be easily understood that this kind of the liberty is no liberty at all in such as it is the for the freedom of the forest. What we can liberties pertain to the realm of man's social existence. Okay. This kind of the liberty is the opinion of the social philosopher like as the Hobbes, Locke, and Rousseau was engaged by men living in the states of the nature where there was no state and society. This kinds of the liberty is not possible at present. Liberty cannot exist in the absence of the state. Unlimited liberty might have been engaged only by few strong, but not all. Basically, the sociological philosopher known as the Hobbes Locke Rousseau also told that states of the nature and these types of the liberty cannot be possible in the present scenario. Okay. Next is the social or the civil liberties. It relates to man's freedom in his life as a members of the social organization. Such it refers to a man's right to do what he wills in compliance with the restraints imposed on him in the general interest. Okay. The second types of the liberties known as the social or the civil liberties. Civil or the social liberty consists in the right of the privileges that the society recognizes and the state protect in the spheres of the private and the public life of the individual. The collaborations between the relations between the private and the public life of the individual known as the social or the civil liberties. Okay. Next is the social liberties as the following some categories known as the personal liberties, one of the most important liberties basically mentioned under the Article 21 of the Indian Constitution. What is the meaning of the personal liberty and what is the existence and relevancies of the personal liberties? It is an important varieties of the social liberties. Personal liberties also part of the social liberty. It refers to the opportunity to exercise freedom of the choice in those areas of the man's life that the result of the efforts mainly affected him in that isolations by which end basically it's a part of the personal choice of the individual. Okay, so personal liberty is also part of the social liberty. Political types of the liberties it refers to the power of people to be active in the affairs of the state. Political liberties is closely interlinked with the life of a man as a citizen. Simply stated, political liberty consists in the provision for the universal adult franchise. Okay, free and fair elections also part of the political liberties. Freedom for the avenues that make a healthy public opinion as a matter of fact. Political liberty consists in the curbing as well as the continuing and controlling the government. Okay, economic liberties it belongs to the individual in the capacities of the producers or worker engaged in some gainful occupation or service. The individual should be free from the constant fear and unemployment and insufficiencies. Domestic or the family liberty, it is a sociological concept that take the discussion of liberty to the spheres of man families. It implies that all association within the state, the miniature communities of the family, is the most universal and of the strongest freedom, independent structures, independent part of the human being known as the domestic family liberties. Okay. Next is the national liberties. One of the most important part of the every individual to talks about the national liberties. National liberties firstly to discuss the what is the meaning of the state, then also to discuss of the national liberties. It is a synonyms with national independence. It is a part of the national independence. It is the freedom of the national independence. As such, it implies that no nation should be under subjections of another. National movement and war of independence can be identified as a struggle for the attainment of the national liberties. So, national liberties is the identified with the patriotism. Basically, national liberty also talks about the patriotism, every individuals, and also to be discussed about the national wide concept of the individual. Okay, it is a part. It is a synonyms of the national independencies of the individual. And next is the international liberties. It means the word is free from control and limitation. Use of force has no value. Dispute can be settled through the peaceful means. Briefly, all countries in the world will be free of conflict and war. Basically, the fundamental objective of the international liberty is known as the if any dispute arises between the countries, then the international liberties and the international organization to be provide the peaceful settlement for the every countries. Okay, no distinction between the developed, developing, and the least developing countries. Each and every country basically treated as the equal basis on the ground of the nationalities of the origin of the countries. Okay, in the international sphere, the implies reunion of war, limitations of the productions of armaments, abandonments of the use of force, and the pacific settlements of the dispute. The ideal of international liberty is based on the basic convictions of the extent the world frees itself from the use of the forces. Okay, aggression it gains the peace is given chance to establish itself. Okay, the fundamental objective of the international liberty. Last and important types of the liberty is known as the moral liberty. This types of the freedom is centered in the idealistic thoughts of the thinkers from the Plato and Aristotle in ancient time to rescue Kant, Hegel, Green, and the another modern times of the moral liberties like in the man's capacity to act as per the rational self. Every man has a personality of his own to seek the best possible development of his personality. At the same time, he desires the same things for the other. Okay. More than this, he pays sincere respect for the real worth and the dignity of his fellow being. This is the directly connect with the man's self-realizations. Okay, the personal liberties or the moral liberties also to uh, talks about the self-realizations of the human being and to the human person. Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you all of you. Next class we are discuss about the equalities under the Indian political system or the Indian political thoughts. Okay, thank you.